Hey, Alex.
What?
So when you're on a boat and you're on like a rocky ocean, and you're drifting out to sea, what's the best way to keep your boat like sturdy and just staying still?
Oars?
No, not even close. You throw out your anchor.
Oh, your anchor. Oh,
Yep,
okay.
You throw out your anchor. You know what I like to do to keep my podcast steady and just sturdy while everything else seems to be rocky and wavy around me?
Not oars, right?
Not oars. It's Anchor again.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Anchor.fm. Let me explain. This app is free, completely free to host your podcast on.
Like 100% free?
100% free. And you get unlimited storage for all your episodes.
Unlimited?
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
As Russell Wilson would say.
Yes.
That's right. It's also got creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
Well, I'm all about that.
I know. And it also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on the likes of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all of them.
What's not to like?
It's great. You can even make money from your podcast, Alex.
And we're all about that.
And you don't need minimum listenership. So,
That's
good. That's a real good thing. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. You need to download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started.
I'm getting right on it right now.
Keep your boat and your podcast sturdy. Hey, hello, everybody.
Hello.
This is the Fantasy
Hello,
Chairman.
folks.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, who is that?
This is the Fantasy Chairman podcast, and that was Chance. I'm Ben.
And I'm Alex. And we are here for the first ever Fantasy Chairman live draft.
Live draft.
Live draft.
Chance, we're live drafting today.
In 5 minutes.
Coming to you live.
That's right. We're bringing to you a live Bestball draft with 5 more of our closest friends jumping in with us. That's right. It is an 8-team Fantasy Chairman Bestball draft on Sleeper, because you can Bestball draft on Sleeper now. You can do Bestball leagues.
Yeah,
Pretty
you can.
awesome. They're up in the game. Ever so often. Just up in the game. It's great. So we are doing the format from Underdog Fantasy. So from their big tournaments like Best Ball Mania and the Puppy drafts. So we're going to do 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end, and 10 bench spots. Did I get that right?
No defense, no kickers.
Does that sound about right?
Looks about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That says rostered there. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yep. And, just because we're always open with the people, we're all pretty new to Best Ball.
Yes.
I would say of the 3 of us, I'm probably the most experienced, and all I've done was just some random Best Ball leagues on Underdog last year. And I did not do well. But we've researched a bit more. We've talked to some people about Best Ball leagues and been looking up some strategies and all that. So we're going to do our best for you today, and you can see how we do in the draft and where we go wrong.
Our best ball?
Our best ball advice.
Ooh. Nice.
I know Chance is going to have some fire advice for you, and he's feeling like he's going to have a great draft tonight. So, Chance, this is all
for sure.
This is all on your shoulders today, just so you know. Before we get into the best ball draft, thankfully we didn't draft last night because there was something big that happened, and I'm not going to hit the news drop today, but Alex, what went down this morning?
Well, a little itty bitty bit of news here was the young and up and coming running back Cam Akers tears his Achilles this morning and is officially out for the 2021 season. So, yeah, that is a blow to.
I need like a sad music drop.
I know.
We've had it before. I don't have it on here right now, but.
Oh man, so that's a big time bummer for the Rams, all the dynasty Cam Akers owners out there, and Cam Akers himself. I mean, that sucks, man. So we were talking about it a little bit earlier, and you were mentioning that it is a rarity that running backs can come back from this injury with any type of explosiveness, really, or even back to baseline where they were.
Yeah, we all just know it's difficult to come back from an Achilles tear. I saw a tweet earlier that said there has not been a running back that's come back from an Achilles tear to produce running back one numbers after that.
Oof, scary.
And they said the best comparison was Mikel
LaShore.
Mikel LaShore back in 2012 came back from an Achilles tear, and he had like 900 and some yards and 9 touchdowns, which was probably like middling RB2 numbers there. But that they're really, when a running back tears their Achilles, it's very difficult for them to get back to where they once were. So that is very unfortunate for Cam Akers. And hope that he can at least return to.
Yeah, we wish him a speedy recovery and pour one out for all those Cam Akers owners.
He's young, and medicine is better even now than it was in 2012. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. Chance said something about taking Darrell Henderson in round 1, I believe. Is that your plan, Chance? Is that what you're doing? Is that where you got your eyes on?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing then.
Darrell Henderson in round 1?
Darrell Henderson, first round. Count it.
I don't know. I've seen all the Darrell Henderson to the moon. So, all right. Well, we're going to get this draft rolling here in about a minute. It looks like we've got most people jumping into the draft room here. Waiting on old Fantasy Sasquatch. And fell off the face of the earth. He hasn't jumped in the draft room yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
But anyway, what are a couple of things you guys are looking to do here in this draft? What's some advice here? Yeah, we're going a tournament sort of format. We took this from Underdog, so let's talk about jumping into, if people were to jump into Underdog and play in like a tournament style thing.
So essentially, there's no playoffs. It's just most amount of points at the end of the season is your winner. So you're looking for high upside, and you're looking for explosive weeks from your players. You're not really looking to, at least I'm not anyways, looking to pad your bench with like, handcuffs and stuff like that. I mean, my strategy for this is going to be going for high upside in every category I can. So even if it looks like it might be someone that's a third wide receiver on their own team, I mean, if they have explosive play making abilities, it only takes 1 or 2 weeks,
True that. Chance?
Yeah.
Your best ball advice?
Best ball advice is don't go reaching too much for players. Like it says, best ball is just about putting the best players out on your lineup every week. So taking risk on some players, drafting them before their ADP is pretty risky to do in this business. So you need to get the best players you can as soon as you can. So can't really reach in this league.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can if you want. You can go ahead and reach.
This is 3 starting wide receivers and 1 flex, and a lot of the talk in some best ball, because if you don't know best ball, you draft once, you don't do anything the rest of the season, and it automatically sets your best possible starting lineup from the players you drafted. But you don't make any drops, you don't make any waiver claims, you don't do any trades or anything. It just sets your best possible lineup each week, and at the end of the season, you see who got the best score there at the end of the season. So, yeah, that being said, a lot of talk goes into the wide receivers having possible higher ceilings on a weekly basis as opposed to running backs, especially in a format like this where you've got 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. A lot of people like to take and really stack up on wide receivers in leagues like this. There's only 1 quarterback, so you really don't want to overdo it on trying to get too many quarterbacks and maybe try to mitigate some risk by, if you take one of those top tier quarterbacks, you probably only need to take one other like mid-level quarterback in there, and you're probably going to be set for the season.
Yeah.
If you really want to try to mitigate risk for injury, things like that, maybe take a third one. But you don't want to overload on those positions where you only start 1, like the tight end, the quarterback, even the running back, you only start 2. So
you're just looking for somebody to fill your stud Muffins bye week, and maybe by chance they happen to go off one week and outscore, maybe Adam Troutman outscores Travis Kelce one week, and he happened to be your bye week fill-in tight end, and you can benefit from that.
Yep. All right. That being said, it is currently 8:02, and we're going to get this draft started. Everybody is in the room now. You guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're starting with our buddy Kyle is going to be first one on the clock, followed by Alex here at number 2. Then Jeff from the Fantasy Chairman Dynasty and Big Leagues is at 3. Matt, the Fantasy Sasquatch, at 4. Maya is going to be at 5. The other Alex at 6. Chance is right before me at 7. And then I am at 8. So Chance and I are in for a snipe fest today. And here we go.
Let it begin.
We'll just kind of talk through our picks as we go through this, kind of update through the rounds on who's being selected at the very end. We'll go over our teams. We probably won't cover everybody's team at the end. And then I will put a link into the show notes on Spotify or Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to us. I'll probably put a post out there on Twitter at Chairman Fantasy as well, where you can follow us. And it looks like Kyle has taken Christian McCaffrey here at the 101. Alex is on the clock at the 102.
I'm not too surprised McCaffrey going at the 101. But I'm going to take what I believe is the obvious 102 and taking Dalvin Cook. Get myself a Studley at running back right there.
Yeah, kind of the consensus 1 and 2 right there with Christian McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook. Jeff's on the clock now at the 103. Chance of the podcast crew here. You're going to be next on the clock. And there hasn't been too many picks made yet, but what are you thinking coming up here? You're going to have your pick before mine, so.
Oh, he wants you to tell.
I'm definitely going to be going running backs early, try to get a couple stud running backs before, everyone drafts them and you no longer have them available before it comes back to me in the 3rd round. So,
yeah, there's something to be said about that anchor running back strategy, where you instead of 0 RB, you take 1 solid running back, then you stock up on some good wide receivers, and then start getting some of those just rotational type running backs a little bit later on. But what else are you saying, Chance?
I don't remember anymore.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But when you said getting that number 1, it brought up that anchor running back, and that's something that's been thrown out a lot pretty frequently that I've heard recently. So that's a strategy that I kind of like to utilize as well.
Matt taking this down to the end right here. Ooh.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
He was struggling, bouncing between some players there, I think. My goodness. Maya takes Derrick Henry real quick at the 105. Alvin Kamara went off at the 103. We've got 1 pick here. The other Alex is on the clock, and then Chance is up.
Nick Chubb.
Alex taking Nick Chubb there. All right, Chance, you've got your pick of a few good players here. You got old Saquon still sitting there at 107. You don't typically see him fall that far.
No, you do not. I'm kind of looking at Saquon, and I actually don't want to say this to you. So
I was going to say, man, you're going to spill it out right now.
We know you're thinking
I'm
running
gonna
back
take.
here.
I think you know what I'm thinking, but I'm gonna take Saquon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get that running back right there.
Yeah, I think you got a possible.
There was some news that came out just the other day. An interview with Saquon asked him if he would be ready for week 1, and he said, "We'll see." Does that factor into your decision at all, Chance?
Not too much. He's just playing it safe right now. He's not going to guarantee anything, but he's been working out and seen a couple videos, and he's looked like he's doing pretty good. And they still have some time, so we'll see how it turns out.
Saquon hype video.
Oh
my
goodness.
So I just threw a little bit of a kink in the works right there for everybody, I think. Chance goes Saquon, and then at the 108, I go with the first wide receiver off the board in Tyreek Hill. Followed it up with Travis Kelce, both of the Kansas City Chiefs. But this is a best ball league, boys, and I'll tell you what, the most explosive offense in the NFL is the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm stacking up on those two guys early, right there on that turn. I locked up my tight end spot already.
Stack format in a tournament is a very, very, very popular strategy that people go with. And when we say stack, we're talking about a quarterback of any team that you want throwing to their number one options at either a running back, a wide receiver, or a tight end. Sometimes if the two wide receivers on their team are very good, you can have both of them as well. But you're banking on the fact that that offense is going to go off and that all three of those players will benefit from the same game and the same explosive game that they're all in together.
Yep, exactly. All right, Chance, you're at the 202, and I see what you did there. You got your boy.
Good goal, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Another year with Josh Allen, he can only get better from there.
Yeah, he was already dominant last year. You think they can improve on that?
I mean, he was number 3 last year in fantasy. It's going to be hard to break that top 2, but hey, you never know. At least you're getting a top 5 wide receiver right there. So,
and that's very true.
Yeah, total solid pick right there. We've got Alex over here on the clock at the 207. Between Chance and Alex went Antonio Gibson to the other Alex at 203. That is her boy. Yep. She loves Antonio Gibson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Maya's loaded up on a couple of dominant running backs right now in Derrick Henry and Ezekiel Elliott. And I really thought about Zeke at the 201. I really thought about it, but I just went ahead and snagged Travis Kelce. It's not Kelsey, I guess. He corrected people the other day. It's pronounced Kelce.
So the next pick's been was Aaron Jones. How do you feel about him if Aaron Rodgers isn't playing this year?
Oh, man. Gosh, that's a good question. I think I feel okay about Aaron Jones. I think it's more A.J. Dillon that kind of gives me a little bit of pause on Aaron Jones. I think he's going to be used quite a bit on like the goal line in those sorts of situations. And so I feel like he's probably going to vulture a lot of touchdowns from Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is going to get a ton of work between the 20s. But when they get into like that red zone area, that's kind of where I fear where A.J. Dillon is going to end up being the guy in there. He's not your, A.J. Dillon's not your prototypical sort of pass catching running back. Aaron Jones is, I would say, I think he's better at that at this point. And so I just kind of feel like that's going to be the way he gets used.
Oh, Ben, Patrick Mahomes goes at the 3-1.
Wow. Kyle.
Interesting. Very curious.
Knocking out my stack there. Goodness. So DeAndre Hopkins went at 206. Alex, you took Austin Eckler.
I did.
Followed by Devontae Adams to Kyle at the 208. Then Patrick Mahomes at the 301. Man, throwing a wrench into my gears here. It's all right. Every time his
This is the perfect thing that what you were saying earlier, though. Is you get a stud quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, you better not draft another one till the later rounds.
All right. My pick at the
DK,
302, I
your
went
boy
with DK Metcalf.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Alex got his Seahawk. I know Chance likes DK Metcalf.
Oh.
I do like DK.
Got some early QB pickings going on here. Kyler Murray going at the 303 to Jeff.
Got himself a little Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins connection there. I like that.
Wise.
Wise.
Oh, and Matt takes Calvin Ridley at the 304. Calvin Ridley. I'll tell you right now, early front runner for one of my chairman choices.
Ooh.
Little sneak peek.
Call that a teaser, folks, in the business.
Absolutely. Oh, Chance, your boy AJ Brown. Maya takes AJ Brown at the 305.
Snaked him.
Maya.
Oh. And you're feeling you feeling solid about AJ Brown with Julio there, or do you feel like he's gonna see a decrease?
I honestly, I think he might break 1,000 yards. I think he'll still be a very good wide receiver this year, but it's hard to say. I don't know if Tannehill's going to just look at Julio the whole time and AJ Brown be his second choice, but it's hard to look past a stud like AJ. So I don't know what's going on in that offense, to be honest.
Oh, I feel like, me personally, I think the Titans going out and getting Julio has to, show a sign that, and then the Titans or their offensive coordinator from last year, Arthur Smith, is now with the Falcons. So you kind of think that they might keep maybe a little bit of the same ideology there, but maybe almost kind of mold it towards a little bit more throwing. I mean, that would be...
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening there.
He's on the clock.
Yeah, that's right. It's Chance's pick. I do feel like maybe they're going to try to maybe lean on the pass a little bit more, but I mean, I don't know. When you've got Derrick Henry there, it's tough. Justin Jefferson at the 307, you kidding me?
They're still going to run Derrick Henry like crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
They're definitely going to be passing it more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy cow.
Did you get sniped, Ben?
Well, I mean, if Justin Jefferson was going to get to the 308, I was going to take him. I can't believe he made it to Chance.
No.
That is by far Chance's boy right there. So,
oh, I love me some Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, we all know.
Goodness. All right. Well,
15 seconds, Ben.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to make my decision here. I'm going to take old Najee Harris.
Oh, okay.
I think is just going to be the guy there in Pittsburgh.
It's a good pick.
Going to get a whole lot of run. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and you know what? I'm going to be bold here. And I'm going to complete this stack without the quarterback, but I'm going to complete it with the running back and just keep relying on that firework offense of the Kansas City Chiefs and go Clyde Edwards-Helaire at the 401.
You just sniped me. I was looking at him.
Yep, that's when we
right.
put in the sniper gif in the chat.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how the stack operates. Well, can it truly be a stack if you have three players from the same team without the quarterback?
You're still stacking on whatever game they just go off. And if you take the idea behind this is you take an offense that scores as often as the Chiefs. One of these guys is bound to have a good week pretty much every single week. So, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is either going to be going off if the Chiefs have a good week, or Travis Kelce's going to be going off, or Tyreek, or a couple of them. So I've got three of the big hitters in the highest powered offense in the NFL right now. That's the idea behind that in a best ball. you know, in a season long, it kind of gets a little bit sketchy doing something like that because then you're having to try and guess which one it's going to be having the big week. But now I've got all three there, and when one of them has that week for the Chiefs, it's just going to pop up, and they're going to be either my number one wide receiver, my number one tight end, or my number one RB. So
you're just missing the hood ornament for the stack, the Patrick Mahomes.
I know. Kyle
sniped you.
Kyle's killing me, man. I can't believe that. All right, Chance, go ahead and take us through your pick there at 402, and then take us down the line of who else got picked.
402, I took old J.K. Dobbins. Got to go with run-heavy offense there, so J.K. is going to be getting plenty of opportunities. Now I got 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Pretty solid there, other than I made a rookie mistake. Did not pay attention to the bye weeks, and so I got 2 top receivers on the same bye weeks.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
I think in the beginning at this point, you don't, I mean, bye weeks, you take your guy who you want. So
I would say that bye weeks matter more at the thin positions like the quarterback and the tight end because you only start one of those guys. And often in best balls, people that really like to get risky and they try to maximize their upside at running back and wide receiver, they'll only take 2 quarterbacks or they'll only take 2 tight ends. So that's where you really want to pay attention to those bye weeks is those thin positions like QB. I think at wide receiver, if you've got 2 guys on a bye week, it's going to suck that week a little bit maybe, but you'll have plenty of other options to hopefully fill in that week. So,
So at 4-3, we had Josh Allen go off the board. 4-4, George Kittle. 4-5, Terry McLaurin. 4-6, Michael Thomas. 4-7, Alex, take it away.
I took myself some Darren Waller right here.
Yeah, you did.
The last of the top tier tight ends here. I was hoping to maybe think that I could wait till my 5-2 pick here, but I think Kyle would have taken Darren Waller had he been around at the 4-8 or the 5-1, and just trying to get that positional advantage on people in the league here with one of those top tier guys. So after Darren Waller at 4-7 for me, Kyle goes Joe Mixon at 4-8, and then starting the 5th round at 5-1 goes DeAndre Swift. Some good value right there.
Yeah, definitely saw some fall in Joe Mixon for sure. DeAndre Swift a little bit there. So Kyle definitely took the value of Joe Mixon at 4-8, and Alex gets Keenan Allen at 5-2.
I think that's good value right there.
Pick. Good pick. That's a very good. I was hoping he'd come back around to me.
Oh, no such luck, Chance. No such luck.
I started eyeing him, and then I saw that Alex was on the clock.
And then you knew.
Okay, I'm not getting Keenan Allen.
Come on, guys.
That's
He's not falling to the end of the 5th.
Not going to happen.
You should have taken him at the 4th if you wanted him.
Goodness gracious. David Montgomery going off the board to Jeff at the 503. David Montgomery. How are we feeling about David Montgomery this year?
There's a lot of people that are down on him. I actually think Montgomery could potentially have as good of a year as last year, if not better, especially once Justin Fields takes over. I mean, you get a dual quarterback like that, and especially if he's throwing, tossing the ball on target down the field, opening up lanes for the running backs. I mean, I don't know. I am more optimistic about him than most, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not too far down on him either. I get kind of the thought process behind why he's fallen down. People mentioned the cushy schedule that he had there at the end of the season and all that, but I mean, they've got Andy Dalton and Justin Fields at quarterback now.
Yeah.
So some people think Andy Dalton a little longer than others, I guess, but I don't know. I think they're going to have a better passing game. I think that's going to help open things up for David Montgomery. It doesn't sound like Tariq Cohen's really going to be good to go at this point. It sounds like there's been a lot of setback in his rehab, trying to get back and ready. Mm-hmm. And then behind him, I guess they have Damian Williams now, but I don't know. I thought we saw David Montgomery take a step forward last year, and I think he maintains it a little bit more. I think he's going to get a lot of run at least. So, I mean, we'll see. I think that's a pretty good pick at 503, though.
Mm-hmm. At 5-4, the Fantasy Sasquatch takes Amari Cooper. 5'6" or 5'5", excuse me. Maya takes Josh Jacobs. 5'6", Alex P takes Robert Woods. And Chance, you're on the clock.
Chance on the clock.
Currently sitting with 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers.
Yep, rounded out those starting running back spots. He's got 2 top-tier wide receivers in Stephon Diggs and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that's a pretty good little combo.
I'm liking that team a little bit already for you, Chance. That's not bad.
I think it's pretty good.
He's not sure what he's doing here, though.
6 seconds left.
Oh, 6 seconds.
2 seconds.
1.
Holy cow.
Panic
All
pick with 1 second left on the clock takes Chris Carson.
That is a good third
Carson.
running back to have.
Yep, I have no problem with Chris Carson. He stays healthy. He's still number 1 running back in Seattle. So
I was hoping some way, somehow he'd make it back to me in the 6th round, but no such luck. Oh, CD Lamb. Ben reaching a little bit.
CD Lamb
Okay.
is off.
CD Lamb to Ben at the last pick of the 5th round and first pick of the 6th round. Ben's back on the clock here.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Okay.
DJ Moore. I like that pick.
Yep. CD Lamb. Oh, man. I mean, what can you say about CD Lamb?
Are
I
you-
know you love CD Lamb.
I do love me some CD Lamb.
And again, another really explosive offense when Dak was on the field last year. Dak is back. And hopefully we see that return.
I like that.
Dak is back. Dak is back. And we saw CD Lamb really coming into his own in that offense. Even when Dak was out, he was still having pretty big games. We know what kind of playmaker he can be. I think he's going to be overtaking Amari Cooper as the wide receiver 1 there in that offense. And I think the Dallas defense is still going to be pretty terrible.
They are.
And that division's just going to be getting better around them from the looks of it as of right now. And I think they're just going to be in shootouts this year, and having a piece of that with CD Lamb, I think, is going to be a big boost to my team in best ball. And then DJ Moore, he's the wide receiver 1 there in Carolina. I know people talk a lot about Robbie Anderson and all that stuff, but DJ Moore is the most talented wide receiver on that team. They just got Sam Darnold. I'm kind of hoping for a Sam Darnold revitalization. He's away from Adam Gase now, hopefully with better playmakers there around him, and I think DJ Moore is going to have himself a pretty good year. He had a lot of yards, a lot of receptions, and not many touchdowns, and I think we're going to see some positive regression from DJ Moore this year. Definitely on that Sam Darnold train that Chance is not. Chance is not on that train.
Not about that.
Not on that train.
Mike Evans to you, though, Chance, at the 602. You're feeling good about Mike Evans and the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are you?
Yeah, just another year with Tom Brady. They do have a lot of options there to throw to, but Mike Evans is such a big presence there. He's at least going to get those red zones looks. You're throwing it Mike Evans' way every game. So he's going to get the looks. He's going to get the touchdowns. He's had big games. So best ball league for sure.
Chance, you passed on your guy, Julio Jones there?
Like I said, man, the Titans, I'm not totally relying on their passing game yet. I have to see what they do before I fully commit to that.
Okay. So that's when you'll approach me in the Dynasty League about a deal for Julio, when you see him catch 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first 3 games?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's always that dynasty angle
always
with
that
Alex.
dynasty.
It's always that dynasty angle.
I like the angle.
He's trying to put a little something in your ear.
Just a little.
Come bring him something for Julio Jones in the Dynasty League.
Just a little bit.
Oh, Adam Thielen goes off at 603. Maya takes Lamar Jackson at 604. Chris Godwin goes at 605, the other piece of the Tampa Bay Buccaneer offense there. And T. Higgins goes to Jeff at 606. And we've got Alex on the clock over here.
T. Higgins been climbing up draft boards, man.
You know, it does depend. There's certain drafts where you see T. Higgins go real early, but Jamar Chase has actually steadily been rising in ADP. And I don't know if we're going to see that start to turn into a decline for T. Higgins, or if both of them are just going to start rising. So
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with a player that I really don't have a whole lot of exposure to anywhere, and that is Miles Sanders here at the 6'7".
Ooh,
for my third running back.
That's some running back value because he fell quite a ways.
He
did.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the new.
I think that's a good pick. At 6.
Yeah, hoping the new offensive regime there does some good for Miles Sanders. So we'll see. I don't think I have him anywhere, honestly.
I have zero exposure to Miles Sanders. Also had zero exposure to Cam Akers, and that paid off today, unfortunately for,
yes, it did.
for Cam Akers, But, and for anybody that's done their draft already, this is why we try to wait as long as we can, right? I mean,
yeah,
stuff like this happens in the off season, in the preseason. I mean, sometimes, it makes sense if you're trying to do like an in-person draft and you just try to get those dates where everybody can make it. Yeah, good on you. Good on you. It's probably more fun to do that and just deal with what happens. But at the same time, we do try to wait until like that third preseason week, and then draft. So trying to mitigate the injuries there.
Man, I think Kyle's just on a sniping spree tonight. At the 6'8", he takes Tyler Lockett, and the 7'1" takes Javonte Williams. Rookie running back.
I don't know what Kyle's trying to do here, but he's definitely
out. He's on a warpath.
I think he's definitely out for us here.
He's out there trying to cut people, trying to cut them deep.
I know. He knows I was looking at Javonte down here at the 7-8 if it got to me.
Oh, man.
Oh, Kyle. He's secretly a Denver fan, I'm telling you.
He probably is, deep down.
That or he's just trying to spurn me at every corner.
Well, there's probably some of that, too.
Whatever it is.
We got
Alex on the clock with 10 seconds left, getting into panic pick territory.
I'm going to take my guy Julio Jones here for my third wide receiver.
Oh,
it's the dynasty.
Make it back.
It's the dynasty angle, Chance.
Chance, you wanted him to come back to you?
I didn't think he would, but so many people were passing up on him. I thought maybe he would.
Oh, man. In the 7th round, Julio Jones, you betcha. For my third wide receiver.
That's a good value pick there.
I like that. Oh, man. Although, we'll see. I was contemplating some other picks, but we'll see. Oh, my gosh. Tight end run here. Two tight ends taken in a row.
Quick tight end run there. Mark Andrews going to Jeff at the 7-3. And
Maya could, well, no, she already has George Kittle. Never mind.
Yeah. Fantasy Sasquatch Matt taking TJ Hawkinson at the 7-4, and Maya's on the clock at 7-5. Just took Lamar Jackson in the 6th round. She was telling me she did all sorts of research before this. She's never played fantasy before, but she's doing a decent job, I would say, up to this point. Team's looking pretty good. Kenny Golladay
Solid team.
Kenny Golladay going to 7-5 there, followed by Alex P on the clock. See if she takes another one of her guys.
Another one of her.
Another one of her boys. Missed out on her Christian McCaffrey, though. She did not get that.
No, she didn't. And if you didn't have the 1-1, you're not going to get him. So,
Chance, what are you thinking at this next pick of yours here? There's nothing I can do about it.
What's up?
There's nothing I can do about it, so.
No.
Just don't tell them what your 8th round pick is.
3 wide receivers. Pretty much the top 2, 3 tier tight ends are almost off the board right now.
Well, I still see one there. Chase Edmonds at 7-6 to Team Alex P. She must have some strong beliefs there in Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of a reach for him there, but he's been kind of going in some of that territory. You've got guys of like Myles Gaskin, Kareem Hunt, Travis Etienne on the ADP board there. And I've seen Edmonds go kind of up in that range, but he's looking like the number 1 in Arizona right now. But James Conner's there. I think he's going to be more of the 1-2 down back, whereas Chase Edmonds going to be probably the receiving back. So,
Chance, are you going to do it? I know you're looking at him. I know exactly who you're
looking at him.
Are you going to do it?
Do it.
4,
3, panic pick.
2.
He did it! So because this is a podcast,
I'm not big on.
and you can't.
I'm
see
not
what
big
he
on
did.
the rookie players in best ball right now, but that guy is so big and so fast. I feel like it'd be hard for him to not have a good year this year. So
A lot of people thinking that Kyle Pitts is going to break rookie tight end records. So, I mean, touting him as the best tight end prospect since Travis Kelce. And I don't blame you for taking him. Sometimes you just got to take that shot on those guys.
Yep.
I personally wouldn't have done it, Chance, but good on you. Good on you.
He wanted that last tight end.
I had a
in
good
the
tight
top.
end sometime.
Yeah, he wanted that last tight end in the tier 2-3 area.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't have done it with Travis Kelce up there in my second round pick.
Well, no, you wouldn't have, but he probably could have waited then on the 8-2 to take him.
All right, after Chance took Kyle Pitts there, I went Dak Prescott and then my boy Deontay Johnson to follow that up. So Dak Prescott at the 708 and Deontay Johnson at the 801. I got a little bit of a stack there with CeeDee Lamb. Got Dak. And again, just that explosive offense. I just want those pieces of that in best ball, man. That's what I'm trying to target. And Deontay Johnson is a target monster. I know a lot of people are worried about his drops and all that stuff, but let me tell you what, if you're not drafting Deontay Johnson because of drops, then there are plenty of other receivers that I see already on the board here that you probably shouldn't have drafted either.
You sound like a Deontay Johnson dynasty owner that's heard that once or twice.
I'm just, that's out there. I'm just telling you.
the drops.
Always talking about the drops, man. You know what? You just got to refocus and they'll be all right.
Oh, man. All right. Well, after you took Deontay Johnson at 8-1 there, Ben, Chance goes Mike Davis at 8-2. Alex Perry takes Dallas Goedert at 8-3. Maya goes with the rookie wide receiver here, Jamar Chase at 8-4. The Fantasy Sasquatch takes Myles Gaskin at 8-5. And Ronald Jones goes to Team Jeff at 8-6. Man, likes him some Ronald Jones. That's his boy.
That is his boy, Ronald Jones.
He likes his boy, Ronald.
Chance, you went Mike Davis at 8-2, and you just went Kyle Pitts at 7-7. Took a couple of Atlanta Falcons there. How you feeling about the Falcons this year, fantasy-wise?
I took Mike Davis because, like we mentioned earlier, Arthur Smith went over the Falcons, and he's a run-heavy guy. So I believe Mike Davis is going to get a lot of touches this year. So I think he'll be a good running back.
And he is looking like pretty much the only one in town at this point. So
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's a good pick there. I probably, if I would have gone running back in the 8th right there, I probably would have gone Mike Davis. And Alex goes Justin Herbert, 8-7.
completed my stack.
Herbie?
Completed my Herbert,
Yeah,
Keenan
Herbie.
Allen, and Austin Eckler stack.
Look how quiet he was about his stack over here. Just not mention it. I took a couple of Chargers. And I'm just going to take Justin Herbert here later on.
Listen,
Nobody saw it coming.
I'm just looking for that explosive offense, you know?
Yep. No, hey, that's good. That's good.
Oh, Brandon Ayukin.
Oh,
He's gone.
Ayukin.
Brandon Ayuk at the 8-8 there for Kyle. Brandon Ayuk, I like that pick. That's a good one. Bound to just take one to the house at any given point, you know?
True, he is explosive athlete.
100%. Kyle's back on the clock at the 9-1. Who do you think he's taking, Chance?
Let me look at his team real quick.
I thought maybe quarterback, but I forgot he took Mahomes at the
He's-
3-1.
Yeah, he might be going for a tight end here before we get too thin on that. Oh, he went Cortland Sutton.
He's just sniping you, Ben, left and right.
I'm telling you. Closet Broncos fan. I'm telling you right now.
Oh,
He knows we can't trade in this league, right?
I hope so. I hope so.
'Cause if he's
we
drafting-
thoroughly explained what the best ball format was a number of times.
If he's drafting Broncos on the hopes that I'm going to trade him, it can't happen.
he's sorely mistaken.
Also, my brother and my dad are not in this league either.
Yeah.
So
Broncos junkies themselves.
is he giving us a peek into what he's going to be doing during the big league draft, though. Okay. He's targeting these Broncos, hoping for just massive return from the 3 Denver fans in the league.
Yeah, you know what? You could be onto something there.
I know Kyle's games.
You could be onto something.
Statman Kyle. Once we upgrade the podcast room here, I'll be able to
give him his little stat desk and stat chair.
Be able to give him some crap right to his face.
Oh, man. So...
Very good value pick there, Alex.
Oh, thank you. So I don't know if you heard it or not, but I don't think we mentioned it. But Cortland Sutton went at 9-1, one of Ben's Denver Broncos, and then I went Cooper Kupp at 9-2. And then Jeff takes Trevor Lawrence at 9-3. Trevor Lawrence, another one of his guys, but he's the first guy to have 2 quarterbacks on his team now, Kyler Murray and Trevor Lawrence.
Wow.
Interesting. A little bit early, but you know what?
A little early.
He locked up his guys, though.
He did. If you have your guys, you get your guys.
Yep.
Get your guys.
Go get your guys.
Odell Beckham going to Fantasy Sasquatch Matt there at the 9-4. That's, I would say that's a pretty solid number 5 wide receiver to be getting right there. Odell coming back from
I'd take
injury.
Odell at 5 if Cooper Kupp wasn't there.
Yeah, right. Coming back from injury. And we know what Odell can do. It's been a while since we've seen it. I've touted Odell the past couple of years, and I still believe in the talent. He's been looking pretty strong in workouts with Baker Mayfield recently, so who knows? Maybe we see an Odell Beckham sort of resurgence. The Browns are definitely looking like a team to contend with now, though, after what they did this last year.
So after Fantasy Sasquatch takes Odell at 9-4, Maya takes Melvin Gordon at 9-5, and Alex P takes Russell Wilson at 9-6, her second QB, another quarterback off the block.
Husband and wife duo taking 2 quarterbacks
early. And then Chance, feeling like he's left out a little bit in the quarterback run, takes Jalen Hurts at 9-7.
Big threat QB.
Big believer in Jalen Hurts there, Chance?
I think he'll have a solid year. I mean, he's a dual threat QB, so he's going to do passing. He's going to rush. I think he can have a good year this year.
Cam Akers still on the board, people.
Oh, gosh. Don't give me that.
You know you want him. Ben on the clock here with 14 seconds left at the 9-8.
Oh,
Devonta Smith. He sensed that Chance was going for the stack, and then
I'm sorry, Chance.
And then Ben takes his guy Jerry Jeudy at the 10-1. Chance is on the clock. He knew your plan, Chance.
That's snipage.
He knew your plan.
Sniping.
You should have gone Devonta and then taken Hurts at the 10-2, my friend.
Boom. He thought he'd get back to him. I'll be honest, Chance.
I thought he would.
Devonta Smith was the next guy I had queued up in my queue, so...
He's lying. He saw
legitimately
Jalen go, and he's like, I know exactly what he wants.
Legitimately at the top of my queue, he was there. Don't look at my queue, Alex.
Show me your queue.
That was rough.
Yeah, Chance is tilting hard right now. He's got 12 seconds.
Panic pick. He knew who he wanted. Oh, man. Oh, he took my guy that I like. Chance takes Robbie Anderson at 10-2, and Travis Etienne goes at 10-3. Some good value right there.
So I think Chance and I were both feeling the same way about Devonta Smith there. Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver in college. We haven't seen that since the 70s. He's a little bit small, but hey, what do they call him?
The Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper, that's what it is. The Slim Reaper for a reason. And I don't think it's going to take much for him to earn that number 1 spot there in Philadelphia. Just a great route runner. He's speedy. I think he's going to be pretty darn good. And I think the era of just staying away from rookie wide receivers might be a little bit behind us. If we've seen how rookie wide receivers have done the past couple of years, I think there's something to be said about taking those guys. Mm-hmm. And then, I had to get my boy Jerry Jeudy before Kyle sniped him coming back at the 10-8 there. So
he sniped him.
So then Chance on
I
tilt goes Robbie Anderson.
Ben, I was going to take either one of those two.
I double sniped you.
And Jared Judy.
Yes.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I can only feel bad a little bit.
That was
but
rough.
Mostly. Oh, I should have been recording video somehow of this. I need to get that figured out.
You need to find that.
Oh man.
That was rough.
Dude, I apologize, but not really.
I know you're not sorry.
Not even a little bit. Oh, Travis Etienne at 10-3. Juju Smith-Schuster going to Maya at 10-4. Kareem Hunt going to Matt at the 10-5, followed by Chase Claypool, who I know Alex likes a lot. Did you just get sniped right there? 10-6?
A little bit, actually. I was getting ready to take whatever the third Steelers wide receiver was, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess it'll be Claypool. And they both go. Oh, man.
Snipes everywhere in the 10th round right now. Look at this. My goodness.
Right, I'm looking at the board here. I've only got 3 running backs, so I think I'm going to lean running back here. And, boys, I'm going to take where the ADP has not been corrected, Darrell Henderson gone.
I was doing that in the next round. I was going to do that next.
Yep.
Dang it. Yeah, I was going to do that. If he got back to the 11-8, I was definitely going Darrell Henderson next.
And somehow I think Kyle was probably thinking that exact same thing too, maybe.
Yeah.
Right there at 10-8.
Oh, Kyle, if you listen to this, you'll have to let us know if Alex sniped you hard right there, buddy.
Snipe.
I'm thinking you're probably right, though.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. No, I wasn't going to say anything about Darrell Henderson until it got back to this pick.
Oh, man.
Gosh dang it. Oh, well, look at that. Snipes all around.
Yeah, everybody's getting
Snipes
sniped.
all around right there.
Snipe.
Kyle goes Will Fuller at the 10-8, and he's back on the clock with the first pick of the 11th round here. Kyle, I think he's the only team without a tight end still left, so he might be punting on the position and just wait until the end and take a couple of flyers.
It's not a bad way to go. Usually that's how I play. Just waiting on tight end, and then especially in these best balls at the very end, taking, if you don't get one of the top tier ones, I usually like to take 3 depending on who else I get.
Ooh.
But yeah, I would usually take like 3 down towards the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Late pick on Aaron Rodgers there, 11-1, with Kyle taking his second quarterback after he took Patrick Mahomes at the top of the 3rd. So Will Fuller and Aaron Rodgers, what do you think about those picks, Chance?
It'll be interesting to see how Will Fuller does in Miami with Tua being down there. He was pretty inconsistent last year, so he's a deep threat all the time. So you should definitely be getting his look. So if Tua could put it on him, he could have a good year. But I think it's all up on Tua right now.
Yeah, if there's anywhere to
Aaron
draft
Rodgers,
Will Fuller, it's best ball.
Yes, it is.
Aaron Rodgers declining that last contract that was offered to him.
Yeah, we didn't
Not
talk
looking
about
too
it
good.
in
That'll
news.
come back to the Packers.
I mean, do you think he plays for him this year and then they just move on from him like next year? Like,
I have no idea. I don't think anyone does.
it's I don't know, everybody's trying to read into every little thing he says right now too. Is the thing there? Everybody's trying to speculate. What does he mean by this? What does he mean by that?
The only person that knows right now is probably Aaron Rodgers.
He could wear a shirt with like an upside down dinosaur pooping on a pineapple, and people would read into like something going on, you know?
Mm-hmm. They'd find some.
I don't know what you would read into that. That's
An upside down dinosaur with poop on it?
no, an upside down dinosaur pooping on a pineapple.
Oh, pooping on a pineapple. That would be dinosaur oil is found down south normally, and a pineapple that's tropical area. Aaron Rodgers going to Miami.
And there it is.
There
Confirmed.
There was.
Confirmed right there. I don't think he ever wore that shirt, but yeah, you know, Alex would detect it out if he did.
There was.
Debo Samuel at the 11-2 there, Alex.
Yeah, kind of I'm not going to lie, a little bit of a panic pick there. I was between a couple of people. We'll see if that other person can make it back around to me.
Yeah. Who was it?
I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you.
Well, come on. You got to strategize for the people, Alex.
No.
You got to tell what your plan is for the people.
I don't.
We're best balling right now for them.
I don't got to do none of that.
Will you tell me, Alex?
Sure, I'll tell you.
There you go. Just whisper it. Just quietly into the microphone for him.
Oh,
Quietly.
Holy cow. Well, James Robinson goes 11-3 to Jeff.
Ooh, run tight ends.
Yeah, tight end run hard here. Noah Fant at 11-4 to Matt, and that is his second tight end. Maya takes her number 2 tight end at 11-5 with Mike Gesicki, and Alex P takes her second tight end of Logan Thomas at 11-6. So people trying to lock up those backup tight ends at this point, or those second tight ends. I guess there's not really backups necessarily in best ball.
Still, maybe a little bit early, but I could see people just wanting to get it out of the way and then focus on other positions. I'm not going to lie. I did a couple of mock drafts, and I got to the end, and I forgot to take like a second quarterback or a second tight end. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? What have I done?
Yeah, you don't really want to do that.
Yeah, so
that's a little messy.
I reminded myself, I was like, all right, maybe try to get those secondary, those bye week fill-ins maybe one round earlier than you thought you wanted to take, so you don't forget them.
All right, Chance, who'd you go with?
FYI, that was the other guy.
Harris.
Damian Harris?
No. Curtis Samuel was the guy that was waffling between Debo and Curtis.
Well, I was actually hoping he'd come back to me, so snipe.
Sniped you both.
Gosh dang you. And Trey Sermon.
So Damian Harris, you believe he's going to be the number 1 running back there, Chance? Oh, he's on the clock.
Believe so. Sony Michel hasn't really proven himself too much, so
I like how you keep...
I think he's the clear number 1 option. So I think the only problem is if it's Cam Newton or Mac Jones playing, whether or not they're going to steal touchdowns from him or not. Cam Newton likes to run in the end zone himself, so we'll see how that turns out.
Ben, I like how you keep asking Chance questions when he's on the clock to throw him off, and then he's sitting here trying to look while he's answering. You've done that like every other round, I think. Hey, Chance, what do you think about that?
And you wonder why I keep
off your 2 picks in a row.
You wonder why I keep sniping him,
Oh my goodness. Chance on the clock. Oh, Michael Pittman at the 12-2 to Chance. I like that pick.
Yeah, Michael Pittman. He was a good separator last year. There was some good metrics I saw the other day, and I can't remember what the source was, but something about him being one of the top separators, at least from that rookie class last year, and how well he actually did in that category. So if Carson Wentz can revitalize himself there, that could be a good pick for you, Chance. Good pick, Van. I know you like Carson Wentz. So.
Oh yeah, that'll be another week though. That'll be another week.
Now, yes, of course.
Team Alex P taking Antonio Brown here at 12-3. Man, I thought I'd be able to wait a few more rounds before I could look his way, but
that was. Reach down the board and got our guy.
Get who you want.
For sure. Matt Stafford goes at 12-4. Maya getting her second quarterback.
Oh, there goes my Rams stack, dang it.
Yep,
I was going to go Cooper Kupp, Darrell Henderson, Matt Stafford, but I guess not.
Not for you, not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not gonna happen.
Let's see here. The Fantasy Sasquatch takes Tom Brady at the 12-5. Gives him a little Tom Brady, Chris Godwin connection there. Not bad. And that's his first quarterback.
Oh, yes, it is. That's not a bad first quarterback to take. Definitely weighted there. So, again, another strategy that I usually employ. But
the wait and see.
The wait and see. But I wanted to get that little mini stack of Dak and CD Lamb there.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
I don't blame you one bit.
One of the pieces of the explosive offense.
Team Jeff, with 3 seconds left, takes David Johnson at the 12-6. And I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys have left me the starting running back of the San Francisco 49ers here at the 12-7. Raheem Mostert sitting here staring at me at the face for my 5th running back.
I really thought about it, but I believe in Trey Sermon more.
Trey Sermon a little bit more.
I do. And I think I actually think they're both probably going to get equal.
It's kind of what I was
opportunity. So I was like, either one. I don't know. Maybe Trey Sermon can hold up a little better than Raheem Mostert. But
Well, I'm going to go Raheem Mostert, and that's probably going to do it for my running backs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs.
Yeah,
and you only have to fill out 2 every week. So unless you have one that goes into the flex that blows up. But Raheem Mostert has that kind of gameplay where he can rip off 2 or 3 big runs and maybe even for touchdowns. And that could be my flex play every now and again.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad. Yep. That's usually 5 running backs is usually about where I call it in best ball as well. Probably won't go any more than that.
Oh, man. I had such a good plan till Maya messed it up.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's okay.
I understand the stack snipage.
Stack snipage. The snipage. It hurts so bad.
I honestly considered 4 Chiefs in my first 4 picks there.
Oh. somehow I thought you were going to do that when I saw you rattle off Tyreek and Travis Kelce right there. I was like, you know what? If Pat Mahomes is sitting there and if Edwards-Helaire is sitting there, he's going to go Edwards-Helaire and reach for Pat Mahomes and just do it.
Pat Mahomes did not make it that far.
He did not.
Goodness
That's
gracious.
negative.
Gosh dang it, Kyle.
We're kind of at the point where everyone's kind of reaching right now, so everyone's trying to get their guys. Tyler Boyd, after I take Raheem Mostert at 12-7, goes to Kyle at 12-8, and he is on the clock. First pick of the 13th round here.
Yeah, it's definitely that range where it's kind of ADP kind of starts to go out the window a little bit, and you really just start trying to grab who you want, who you believe in, who you think can give you those few weeks that are gonna to really up your score in best ball for sure. Even in regular drafts, this is about that range where it starts to. You're just like, yeah, whatever. I want this guy. I'm gonna grab him. It is what it is.
Well, Ben, you're gonna be so proud of me right here.
Ah, yeah.
Got the quadruple stack.
Look at that.
Look at
Loaded
that,
up.
baby.
On the quad stack of the Chargers, completing that quad stack with Michael Williams. Holy cow.
And I'm man, the more I'm starting to hear about it, people are talking a lot more about Mike Williams having a possible resurgence this year. I'm buying back in. I was pro Mike Williams a couple years ago, and then this last year kind of soured me a little bit on him. I mean, the guy has all the talent in the world. He just, man, when he dives for balls, he crashes to the earth like a meteor, and it is just, it's hard to watch.
He just falls from the atmosphere every time he catches a ball is the only problem.
Every time, and he leaves a crater, and it's just, he has to be hurting himself every time he goes to the ground. So, but man.
One would think.
Mike Williams, potential 1,000-yard receiver. He's done it before, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, the size he has, the speed, he could easily score 10 touchdowns. So
yeah, he's had a 10-touchdown season before, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's he's a good pick. He's a good pick for sure.
Let me see here. Well, I can't click on him now, so it won't show me his play. Oh no, here we go. I'll tell you guys right now.
Oh, he'll tell us exactly how it is.
I'll tell you right now.
DJ
right now.
DJ Chark going off the board, 13-3, followed by Brandon Cooks, and Maya just sniped my next pick of Michael Gallup right there. So thanks a lot, Maya. Appreciate that. It's good stuff. I was going to do a little triple stack of Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak, but not anymore. So
sorry. So Mike Williams had 1,001 yards in 2019, and then in 2018 scored 10 touchdowns. So he's done them both. Has the capability.
We know he can do it. Alex P. taking Michael Carter off the board. Rookie running back for the New York Jets. Sounding like he's got a lot of potential. A lot of people like Michael Carter, but then at the same time just don't like the Jets.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a couple years before people are back on the Jets, I think.
Oh,
Maybe even this year. We'll see.
I had Zach Moss in my queue, Chance.
Oh, Chance, you got him.
I had to snipe you at least once.
Yeah.
I had to snipe you at least once.
You
How
got
dare
him,
ya.
finally.
How dare you,
Finally.
sir?
Good work, Chance. Good work.
Good.
Thank you.
Good,
I
Chance,
needed
good.
that.
All right. Well,
Oh, man, you got Ben tilting hard now.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do now.
I'm gonna
Well, he's
go with the
I'm not going to
red
lie.
zone.
I'm looking at his queue. It's completely full over there, so I can't quite make out the players, but I see there's a lot of them. So he came prepared.
I did indeed. Went with the red zone running back of the Green Bay Packers there, A.J. Dillon. And I'm going to round out my running back core here with Tony Pollard to do a little bit of a triple stack with Dak there. And I think Tony Pollard's going to get more use. We've seen him be really effective in the Dallas offense. And then if something happens to Zeke, Tony Pollard
Skyrockets.
So down here in the 14th round, I think Tony Pollard's a good lottery ticket sort of play, and I think he's going to be valuable in some weeks on his own merit as well. So especially with an extra week added in, a lot of people are speculating that running backs are going to kind of be even more used like a committee now. Just trying to keep that workload off of them because they know they got to get through one more week. So
No, I agree with that. Oh, Chance, I somehow knew you weren't gonna be able to pass on Tannehill, you devil. Oh man. Good pick. Good pick.
I had to get my second quarterback there. As much as I said, Jalen Hurts' dual threat is his sophomore year. Some people do have that sophomore struggle, so I'm gonna go with Ryan Tannehill. Had a good year last year. Now he has Julio Jones, so
Smart
could have a
decision.
better year. So
Whatever, Chance, okay? Whatever. Took my guy.
wow.
Not a bad pick.
Oh, I've got something for that.
Wow.
Did you record that?
Wow.
No, that's Owen Wilson.
Is it really? Oh,
But
wow.
Just listen to him. Just listen to him.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I forgot I added that in. I was going to use it for this draft. Now I'm going to overuse it just to.
Gosh, oh, wow.
All right. Matt takes his second quarterback, Joe Burrow, at the 14-5 after Maya takes Leonard Fournette at 14-4 to give her fifth running back. Likely done with running backs there for Maya.
And Alex P took Jalen Waddle at 14-3.
Jalen Waddle. Yeah, I thought about Jalen Waddle at one of my other picks back here. Just kind of that lottery ticket. He's that first round rookie wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Fast AF.
Yeah, he's real quick. He's quick. At
Yes.
this point in the draft, that's all I'm looking for too, Ben, right now is like just high athleticism, speed demons out there that could just rip off a big play at any given time here in the last, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, last 5 rounds. So
Home run hit us.
I'm going to go with LaVisca Chenault right here. Looking for,
Ooh, I like me some LaVishka.
yeah. Hopefully
Visca.
him and Trevor Lawrence can get on the same page and he can rip off some big plays.
Yeah, Visca's a good pick down here. And it sounds like he's just been tearing it up when they were doing their off-season camps and stuff. Right before that, his teammate Marvin Jones went to Jeff. So we've seen Marvin Jones do it.
Yes, we have.
Not with the Jags, but he's that veteran presence over there right now, even over the likes of Chark and those guys. So wonder who it'll be. Marvin Jones
Curious.
or Visca?
Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, Chance. You got your Tennessee Titan QB there, Tannehill. Pretty good.
I
Pretty
at least did one Titan on my team.
good. Needed at least the one. I
Got
see.
the one.
I see how it is. They definitely have the efficiency in the passing game, not necessarily the volume, but definitely good for a few big weeks here in Bestball. I like that pick.
Let's see. Kyle at the last pick of the 14th round takes Marquise Hollywood Brown, and he's on the clock at 15-1. I got an idea of where he's looking right now, and I'm hoping he just moves along. Move along. I'm going to give him the little Jedi wave here. Move along. This is not the player you're looking for, Kyle. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You can't see Alex, but he's doing the Jedi. These are not the droids you're looking for. The Jedi mind trick.
Oh, he took Tyler Beast at the 15.1 pick right there. First pick of the 15th round. I do like the prospects of Tyler Higbee this year, especially with Matt Stafford coming to town.
Yeah, getting his second tight end there after he took Irv Smith at 13-1. So definitely doing the punt tight end position the right way there. Wait until these late rounds and getting some high-end prospects that could really pan out for him. He's just got to hope they have their big weeks on different weeks there.
Different weeks, hopefully.
I thought you were done with running backs.
Yeah, I thought you were too.
I went one more just in case. As much as I love Raheem Mostert, that guy, man, he's been hurt the last couple of years, so just a little bit of padding. And if something were to ever happen, I mean, the way that John Gruden talks about Kenyon Drake, he loves the guy. He could be like a gadgety player type guy, so.
Possible. It's possible. You did say you're looking for those high-end, high upside type of players there.
We shall see.
Seen Kenyon Drake have big years before. But he's got Josh Jacobs in his way.
He does, but the thing that Kenyon Drake, before he went to the Cardinals, was known for, he was a good receiving back, and for some reason the Cardinals did not want to utilize him like that, so maybe Gruden goes back to that.
Very, very true. We'll see how it plays out for you.
After Kenyon Drake at 15-2, Rob Gronk goes at 15-3 to Team Jeff, and then the Fantasy Sasquatch snags himself a little value right there. Gus the Bus Edwards at 15-4.
Wow.
That was going to be my pick.
Oh, Gus Edwards.
Gets his fifth running back, so that was a good pick for him, actually. Maya takes Corey Davis at 15-5, potentially the New York Jets' #1 wide receiver. They sure did pay him like they want him to be hit. So
Yes, they did.
And Alex P takes Philip Lindsay at 15.6. All right.
And there we go. And Chance is on the clock.
At the 15-7 mark here.
Going pure potential. I got 5 wide receivers already, so I'm taking Henry Ruggs.
Oh, man. I was hoping.
A lot of hype last year.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Gosh darn you.
pull it out this year.
I was hoping some way he might be able to make it back, but no such luck.
Sorry, buddy.
No such luck.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. I ain't your guy, buddy.
Not my guy, buddy. Oh, Ben going Rashad Bateman. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Gets himself. You like yourself some Rashad Bateman, Ben, don't you?
Oh, he is, yeah. A lot of people had him as their #1 wide receiver coming into this year's draft. And I do think the Ravens are going to throw the ball a little bit more. And really, we just haven't seen Lamar Jackson with that #1 wide receiver, like that prototypical #1 wide receiver. So I just feel like he's going to be the guy for him. So I'm betting all on talent right there, and just the fact that I think Baltimore is going to throw the ball a little bit more. We've seen Lamar throw 35 plus touchdowns in a season.
That we have.
And Rashad Bateman is that sizable wide receiver that if he's throwing to somebody in the end zone, it's going to be him or Mark Andrews. So I'm going to take the shot on Rashad Bateman down here in the 15th. And then Robert Tonyan at the 16-1. That's more of my kind of lottery ticket tight end to complement Travis Kelce that I got up at the top there. Just hoping or banking on, not necessarily hoping, I hope Aaron Rodgers goes to Denver, but banking on that Aaron Rodgers is going to play for the Packers at least this year. And so we've seen Tonyan have some really good explosive weeks last year. Can be a week winner, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and right after you take Robert Tunyon at 16-1, Chance goes Hunter Henry at 16-2. Chance, were you considering Jonnu to Hunter, or what was
I
your
was
thought?
considering Jonnu, but he's had quite a few injuries in the past, so I was going for. I think Jonnu's going to be more of the middle field tight end, just getting targets and receptions. But I think Hunter Henry, if Cam Newton or Mac Jones is going to be looking at anyone, I think Hunter Henry is going to be the red zone target. So I think he's going to get quite a few touchdowns this year. So see how that works out.
Not a bad pick. Right after you take Hunter Henry, Alex P takes Tyrell Williams at 16-3. And then Maya goes Devontae Parker at 16-4. And then the fantasy squatch, snipes me, takes my Darnell Mooney at 16-5. Dang it.
I need a snipe drop. Man, I did not come prepared.
Oh, just sniped all over the place.
Snipe?
That's a snipe. Oh, terrible,
Dang.
terrible.
Alex on tilt.
Little bit. I had someone else as a backup here.
Alex on full tilt. What about you, Chance? How are you feeling about Darnell Mooney this year?
It's hard to say. It depends. I think he'll have a pretty solid year. He still has to fight with targets with Allen Robinson, but I think he's a good secondary target, so I think he'll get his looks. I think it's a good value pick there at 16-5.
We definitely saw some of his potential last year, but then we saw a lot of just awful, terrible overthrows to him when he's running wide open routes that could have been like 70-yard touchdowns, and old Troops just sends it over the top. That are old Foles. Just missing him.
Yeah.
Missing him hardcore. Yeah, having Justin Fields and even Andy Dalton there. Probably going to be a little bit better for Darnell Mooney. Meet Cole Hardman going at 6'7".
Yeah, I was between him and one other guy right there, and I decided at this point I'm going for the highest of high floors. So I think Mecole Hardman can have a higher floor than. I'll just tell the other guy I was looking at Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
So I think Hardman's the guy, especially if he truly takes over the number 2 wide receiver position there in Kansas City. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that can catch a deep bomb touchdown, Mecole Hardman.
It's going to be Mecole.
It's gonna be Mecole.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pick there. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about Mecole to get another Chief down on my team there. But then I thought, I don't know, maybe I'd overdo it. If I had Patty Mahomes, maybe.
Then for sure.
You can just, you just really want to have those pieces of that explosive offense in Bestball.
Yeah, you've been telling us about it the whole time. Jeez, if I gotta hear that one more cliche.
I'm trying to be, what's his face, the announcer on Waterboy.
Oh, yeah.
You can't hold anything back. Yeah, we know. We know.
Oh, Alex taking my guy Jonnu, huh?
Took Jonnu for my second tight end there. Just hoping maybe Jonnu can string a couple weeks there. Fully expect Darren Waller to be my tight end most of the time, but maybe somehow if Jonnu can have himself a good game or two, maybe we can slide him into that tight end slot.
Ooh, boy. Battling tight ends between Chance and Alex. Battling New England tight ends there.
Oh, yeah. So after I took Mecole Hardman there at 6'7", Kyle at the last, or 16-7, excuse me. Kyle at the last pick of the 16 round goes Naheem Hines and then goes Russell Gage at 17-1. I went Jonnu Smith at 17-2, and then Jeff takes Cole Kmet at 17-3, loading up with 3 tight ends.
Yep.
Wants to make sure he's got a Studley at that point there.
Yeah, not necessarily a bad
It's not a bad
strategy
idea, actually.
when you wait on tight end like that, if you don't get one of the big 3.
Yeah, you've got 3 shots at having maybe one of the top 5 tight ends for the week. It's not a bad deal.
It does help with injury because, I mean, in Bestball, depending on how you play, if you get one injury, then your season can be ruined. And a lot of people will say, if you listen to a lot of fantasy podcasts, and they all say you play to win or lose in best ball. You're not really playing for third, second, fourth place or anything like that. Because typically how best ball leagues go is going to be like a winner take all sort of scenario, which is what we're doing in this league. It's a little $5 buy-in, winner take all. So you're playing to win or to lose, because it doesn't matter what happens if you get second place. Your draft picks for like the next season or whatever aren't relying on it. You can play that way, of course, but most best ball type things are either going to be a tournament or they're going to be something kind of like what we're doing here, where it's just kind of a one-off type thing. But they do have Dynasty for best ball. They've got things like that. Maya times out at the 17-5 and snags James Conner. Then Sammy Watkins goes to Alex P at 17-6, and Chance goes with Nelson Aguilar.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he was listening.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, that's weird.
Goodness.
All right. I'm on the clock.
Ben,
My
with his
last
final two picks
here.
What's he going to do?
Well,
work us through your process here. These are the last two.
I need another quarterback, and I'm looking.
I do too. Don't you take who I'm looking at.
I'm looking right here at Matt Ryan.
Oh, you dirty dog.
And I think they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. Atlanta's defense is no good. They're already one of the heaviest passing offenses in the league. We know Arthur Smith did go there, so maybe that changes a little bit. But I do think that just with that terrible defense down there, I still think they're going to be passing the ball a ton. Part of why I love Calvin Ridley. So if I love Calvin Ridley, I'm just going to go Matt Ryan, and I think he'll be able to give me weeks, real explosive weeks there. I got to decide what I want to do with my last pick down here. And I'm going, man, I'm just going to go with my advice from before with that go big or go home. You're playing to win or to lose. I'm just going to stick with 2 tight ends, 2 quarterbacks. I'm going to take the upside shot on a guy I believe in, Elijah Moore with the New York Jets.
Okay.
I just love this kid's talent. I think he could pretty easily take over to be the number 1 there with the Jets. Been hearing a ton about his red zone and end zone prowess there with their offseason camps and just establishing a rapport with Zach Wilson. So taking the flyer on Elijah Moore down there. I thought about going either a third quarterback or a third tight end, but we just talked about I'm playing to win or to lose. I'm going to just take the flyer and hope for those home run shots that I've got.
Hope for the best.
Chance is on the clock, and I hope I didn't screw myself on bye weeks here because I didn't look at Matt Ryan's bye week.
I was just going to say, did you factor that in there?
I did not.
Oh, Dak Prescott.
You're 1 week off. You're 1 week off.
Oh, you got lucky
Thank
there.
goodness. I did the same thing with the tight ends.
So that is a pro tip
So
right
I
there,
took-
people, especially in best ball leagues where you can't pick up and drop people. Make sure your backup quarterbacks and tight ends don't have the same bye week.
Especially if you're only taking 2.
Yep.
If you're only taking 2. All right, Chance. Your last
I
pick.
took Devin Singletary, kind of pair him up with Zach Bonds. Either one gets injured, I have the other one. They become the number 1 running back in Buffalo. So kind of stacking my running backs there. Next pick after me was 18-3, Todd Gurley. 18-4, Latavius Murray, and 18-5, Carson Wentz.
Oh, got sniped again. Man, how many
Looking at Carson.
Matt has 4 quarterbacks. Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Tua, and Carson Wentz.
He did the wait on QB approach and then just loaded up on QB.
Good
down
night.
at the very end there.
Wow.
I would not recommend 4 quarterbacks in a best ball league. 3 is probably the most that you want. But I mean, he's got all high upside guys. So to each their own. To each their own, for sure.
I guess. Goodness gracious.
But yeah, when you're only starting one position, it's hard to justify taking more than 3 at a position unless you take maybe if he had somebody like a Justin Fields or a Trey Lance in there where you don't think they're going to be starting the season, but they're eventually going to be the starter, like week 7 or something along those lines, then to take maybe an extra QB on top of that would be something I would recommend, but he's got 4 guys that should all be starting the entire season. In Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, and Carson Wentz. Cole Beasley goes at the next pick, 18-6, and Alex has 9 seconds for his last pick here. Tilton.
5, 4.
He needs a QB. Whew.
Baker.
He panic picked on that one.
Nah. Gross.
Couldn't decide where you wanted to go, could you?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking hard about Trey Lance and thought, will he be starting by Justin Herbert has a bye week in week 7. So I'm like, is he going to be starting by week 7, you think? I think he should be, but at the same time, just like you said, if something happens to Justin Herbert before, Trey Lance starts in, then I'm in deep trouble at that point.
Yep.
So I had to get somebody that was a starter for sure. I'm not going to lie. I was looking at Carson Wentz. He did not make it to me, so that kind of threw me on tilt a little bit.
Got sniped by the guy with 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I wanted...
That's the worst.
I really wanted to go Kirk Cousins, but he has the same bye week as Justin Herbert, so that stunk.
Man. All right. And in the last pick of this 2021 Fantasy Chairman Best Ball Bonanza Draft, Kyle takes John Brown of the Las Vegas Raiders. Pretty good high upside pick to take there at the very end. John Brown, a lot of people, say he's the most talented wide receiver on that roster right now. Definitely the veteran for sure. So they think he may have that Nelson Aguilar role from last year, which is highly possible.
Potentially.
See what happens there. So pretty good pick there at the very end of the draft. All right. Well, we did it. First best ball draft there, boys. I know Alex and I have done some of the underdog Puppy Bowl tournament drafts and stuff before. We're all a little new at this, so if you're listening to the podcast and want to let us know how you think we did or where we may have made a mistake, you can reach out on Twitter at Chairman Fantasy and just let me know. Just let me know. It's okay.
Just let them know.
I'll post a link to the draft board in the show notes here. You'll be able to see those anywhere you listen to your podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all those places. But let's go ahead and go over our teams here. We'll just cover our own teams, and everybody can look at the other teams through the link. So, Alex, take us through your draft there real quick.
I'll start off with, how do you want to do it? You want to go down like pick by pick, or do you want to just go lineup?
Nah, just go down pick by pick.
Okay, so first pick in the first round, I was at the number 2 slot. I went Dalvin Cook, and then second round was Austin Eckler. Third round, DK Metcalf. At that point, I was really thinking hard about trying to get Tyler Lockett and Russell Wilson for that stack. Later, I couldn't turn down the value on some other players and didn't want to reach for Lockett, so I went Darren Waller at 4.7. Keenan Allen at 5.2, Miles Sanders 6.7, Julio Jones 7.2, Justin Herbert at 8.7, Cooper Kupp 9.2, Darrell Henderson. I got the jump on everybody, guys.
Yeah.
That was my plan all along. 10.7, Darrell Henderson, Deebo Samuel's 11.12, Raheem Mostert in the 12th, Mike Williams in the 13th, Laviska in the 14th. Kenyon Drake in the 15th, Meek Cole in the 16th, Jonnu in the 17th, and then Baker Mayfield in the 18th.
Yeah, buddy. Chance, take us down your draft board.
My first pick at the 1.7 was Saquon Barkley. At 2.2, I took Stephon Diggs. 3.7, I took Justin Jefferson. All right, my computer's trying to restart on me.
Not good.
4.2, took J.K. Dobbins. 5.7, Chris Carson. 6-2, Mike Evans. 7-7, I took Kyle Pitts. 8-2, I took Mike Davis. Jalen Hurts at 9-7. Robbie Anderson at 10-2. Damian Harris at 11-7. Michael Pittman at 12-2. Zach Moss at 13-7. Got my other quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, at 14-2. Henry Ruggs, 15-7. Hunter Henry at 16-2. Nelson Aguilar, 17-7. And for my last pick at 18-2, I got Devin Singletary to match up with Zach Moss.
Very nice, very nice. And just a reminder that this is an 8-team league. If you're wondering how we possibly got some of these players in the rounds that we got them.
It is 8. Yes.
I was listening to some of the chances there, and I'm like, I wasn't looking at the draft board, just kind of spacing out and thinking, how in the heck did he manage to get Justin Jefferson at 3-7 or even Stephon Diggs at 2-2? Like, because most of the drafts we're doing, most of the leagues we're talking about are all like 12 team or above, usually. So just remind everybody out there. And for my team in my draft, got Tyreek Hill at 1-8, went Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chief teammate, at 2-1. Kyle sniped me with Patty Mahomes, taking him at the top of the third round, but I went Najee Harris to get my number 1 running back there at 3-8, followed up by another Chief, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Then I went with CeeDee Lamb at 5-8, followed by DJ Moore, 6-1. Had to get my little mini stack with CeeDee Lamb and took Dak Prescott at 7-8. Then went Deontay Johnson, 8-1. Devonta Smith, sniping chance hardcore here at 9-8.
Snipe.
And then Jerry Jeudy to snipe him again at 10-1. Curtis Samuel at 11-8, just to snipe Alex in spite of him there. And Trey Sermon, true number 1 running back for San Francisco at 12-1. Then A.J. Dillon, 13-8. Tony Pollard, 14-1. Rashad Bateman, 15-8. Robert Tonyan at 16-1. Matt Ryan, 17-8. And then Elijah Moore to round out my draft at 18-1. Again, we'll post the link to that in the show notes.
What was the pick? What was each of your guys' pick that you tilted on the most? Which one had you...
Well, Chance's is easy. Where were you tilting the hardest, Chance?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts was your hardest tilt, not when I double sniped you, huh?
Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, who were you considering instead of Kyle Pitts there at 7-7?
Oh, man.
Had the likes of like
I don't
Prescott,
remember.
Ayuk went, then Herbert and Gaskin, Chase,
Deontay Johnson,
Well, I
Mike
was hoping-
Davis, Goddard.
What I was hoping to come back to me was T.J. Hawkinson. I was hoping he'd make it back to me at 7-7. That's who I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
You were just thinking
picks
tight
before
end
me.
in the 7th.
Ben, what pick had you on tilt the hardest?
Oh man. Well, when you took Darrell Henderson there, I mean, I don't know if I expected him to get to the 11-8 after that, but that was kind of like, oh, okay. I had Curtis Samuel already up in my queue, so I was good there. Probably 3-8 kind of threw me off. I was actually really expecting Patrick Mahomes to make it there, and I was just planning on going Chief to start this draft. And I mean, it really would have thrown people for a loop, I think. And I don't know that I would highly recommend doing something like that. But again, if you're going to stack, why not stack with the most explosive offense in the NFL?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because you're looking for that high value offense.
You're looking for that high explosive offense. Gosh. You can't hold anything back.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
So Najee and Clyde Edwards-Helaire there at the 3-4 turn was probably where I tilted the most, because I also thought about maybe going with some top tier wide receivers as well. Chance made it a little easier for me when he snagged Justin Jefferson, but had Justin Jefferson made it past him there, then I would have gone him over Najee, or I would have gone Jefferson and then Najee, and probably just dropped Edwards-Helaire out of there. But
All right. Good stuff.
well, what about you?
Alex, what about you?
That stupid 18-7 pick. I mean,
The last pick of the draft.
last pick of the draft for me. I
Takes
mean,
it. It's his second
I'm
quarterback. He needs one. Takes it down to the last
oh my
second.
gosh. I was like scrambling. I was like, oh my goodness. So many things running through my mind. And I'm like, I see Tua go to Matt at 17-4. I was like, 3 quarterbacks. Okay, well, shoot. I thought maybe there was some way I could maybe get him for like a high value, 2 sophomore potentials. And then you take Matt Ryan. I was like, crud. Okay. I knew he was going to go for another quarterback. And I was like, okay, well, I guess Carson Wentz it is. And then he goes to Matt for his 4th quarterback. I was like, what? No.
That was probably the most I've seen you tilt in
my
a
goodness.
fantasy draft. I've seen you tilt pretty bad before, but that was
I was sitting there racking my brain.
with just 1 minute picks too. Just like, oh God, what do I do?
Oh, I was like, Mayfield, Daniel Jones, Fitzpatrick, Derek Carr. I could have gone Derek Carr and had the Derek Carr, Darren Waller, and Kenyon Drake stack, but man, for some reason, I don't know. I mean, Derek Carr was making me a little bit iffy with Mariota still there and doing what he did last year.
Oh,
What if Carr gets off to a terrible start and then all of a sudden Mariota comes in?
I'd probably rather have Mayfield over Carr for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, Mayfield can do it. He had that he's had a couple weeks last year. He had that first half where he threw 5 touchdowns in the first half. So I mean, Mayfield's got it. He can do it.
He can do it. We'll see though.
And you've got Justin Herbert up there.
Yeah,
all right.
well, that's
I honestly expected Chance to take Carson Wentz down there in the 18th. I thought maybe he was going to go the 3 quarterback style there.
I'm pretty confident Ryan Tannehill. I didn't know. Need to go 3 quarterback there.
All right, fair enough. Probably a good call.
Well, that's it.
That does it. Best ball draft in the books. We'll see how we do. I'll reach out to everybody in the league and we'll figure out how we want to do the buy-in stuff or whatever, or maybe we'll just have everybody send it to the winner at the end of the season. I'll let you all know though.
Yeah, we'll figure it
we'll
out.
do that. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Chairman Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Chairman Fantasy or at Find FF Leagues or at Fantasy Sasquatch.
Yeah, download and rate and review us on all your podcast listening devices, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. What else? Spotify, Spreaker.
All those places.
Anywhere you listen to a podcast.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, that too.
We're everywhere. Say goodbye, Chance.
Bye.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
There it is. Wow.
Thanks, Owen.
See you later.
Or should I say Mobius?